Galaxy greetings, everyone! This is Rhythm the Idol. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different on this channel. There have been a lot of videos going through timelines and lore of different video game franchises. So I thought, why not make one myself? There are a lot of popular game franchises out there that I could go through, but I wanted to do a smaller franchise that I love. I will be doing Space Trail 5. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking right now. What the heck is Space Trail 5? Space Trail 5 is a music video game series that was developed and published by SEGA. In this series, you play as Ulala, a reporter that works for, you guessed it, Channel 5. You play as Ulala, who is reporting on cases that involve mysterious groups forcing people to dance. You rescue the hostages through dance, have dance-offs against rival reporters, fight off the enemies, and uncover the mastermind behind the incidents. Would you believe me that this series is a popular underrated series despite only having 3 official games and a spin-off? I first learned about this series from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, as you can unlock and play as Ulala. Once I learned about the series, I searched it up online, saw some videos, listened to the music, and then got the Dreamcast collection for the Xbox 360, which included Space Trail 5 Part 2, and I love this series! It's so bright and colorful, over the top, toe-tapping fun, and I just love it so much! Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. Anyways, I thought it would be fun to try to put together a lore video on this series. You may be wondering, what kind of lore can we possibly get in a series that only has 3 official games and a spin-off? A lot, actually. Along with the in-game story, there are some character profiles allowing us to learn about the characters in the games, including the ones we save in the game, and some little details in Ulala's changing room, which allows you to change costumes and play as other characters. Outside of the games, we have 2 books that have exclusive information about the game's characters and the universe of Space Trail 5. The first being the Space Trail 5 Gyun book, or in English, Space Trail 5 Kinda Funky book. The other being the Space Trail 5 Part 2 Sukoku Sugoi Guidebook, or in English, Space Trail 5 Part 2 Superbly Super Guidebook. Just a heads up, these books are fan-translated due to them never being officially translated. Also, the Sukoku Sugoi book hasn't been fully translated yet at the time I'm making this video, so there will be some missing details. Looking forward to when the book gets fully translated, causing this video to be outdated. Also, I will be bringing up some website descriptions for Space Trail 5 VR. Finally, there will be some details that I'm completely unsure of. This could be either because I couldn't find the info, or it didn't get translated to the Sukoku Sugoi book yet. So at some points, I will be putting in some of my own theories. When I do, I will let you know that they are my own theories, so just take them with a grain of salt. Also, if there are any pun haters watching, I suggest you prepare yourself for the puns. With that being said, it is time to go into the world of Space Channel 5. Everyone, say hello to our main protagonist, Ulala. Ulala is a 22-year-old reporter for Channel 5. She is the main hero of this series, and her dream is to become the best reporter in the galaxy. She is a very talented dancer, as no one can beat her at it. Given that she has fought against enemies through dancing, we can clearly tell that this is no exaggeration. She is also very skilled at playing various different instruments, as Part 2 reveals she can play the guitar, drums, and keyboard. She works hard at her job and will do whatever it takes to uncover the truth. This girl has done so much in her career and has helped save the galaxy. Now you may be wondering why she chose to be a reporter. To understand that, we need to take a look at her past. Ulala was born somewhere on Earth on May 30th, 2477 at 1:18 a.m. Her mother named her Ulala, inspired by the small East Nippon where her mother was born. Growing up, Ulala would watch the Galaxy Kid News on Channel 1. She was also childhood friends with Brent Suzuki, and they still talk to each other even now. She seems to have lived a peaceful and happy childhood. Unfortunately, this wouldn't last forever, as Ulala would become the sole survivor of a spaceship accident at the age of 12. This event would leave her orphaned and traumatized her, developing a fear of complete silence and being alone. The poor girl would have been left floating through the galaxy. But then,
I found the last survivor from the spaceship accident. You'll be safe now. Number 7 reporting from point 2704.
a reporter from Channel 5, known under the code name of Number 7, found Ulala and rescued her from the brink of the galaxy. This inspired Ulala to become a reporter for Channel 5 and one day be able to thank the reporter for saving her life. It is unknown what happened after the accident, as it's currently unknown she was taken in by any of her other relatives, adopted, or raised in an orphanage. It is likely that she attended School M due to her owning a customized version of the uniform. She also worked temporary part-time jobs, one of them being where she wore a pink wool uniform noted as woolen wear. In 2497, Ulala was hired at Channel 5 at the age of 20. She started off her career as a rookie reporter working under her boss and the director of Channel 5, Fuse. While she was able to become a reporter, she wasn't able to learn the identity of the reporter or thank him, as any records of him working at Channel 5 were erased by the time Ulala joined. She would work under Fuse along with Noise as part of a special report team. I wasn't sure when to bring this up, so I decided to do it here. Michael Jackson is in the game. Yeah, Michael Jackson is in Space Channel 5. This is not an exaggeration. He was made into a character in the game named Space Michael. How did this come to be? The story goes that the American executive producer showed the game to Michael Jackson when the game was nearly complete. He liked the game so much that he asked SEGA if they could add him in the game, and they granted his wish. In the first game, he was given a brief cameo, and then he was given a bigger role in the sequel game. He even voiced his own character in both the games. With Michael Jackson's death in 2009, SEGA seems to have retired Space Michael out of respect, including limiting his appearance in media. In the game, Space Michael is said to be a super dancer that has transcended space and time. In 1999, he used his dance energy to prevent a crisis that would have led to the destruction of Earth, with the English version stated that it was due to an alien invasion 500 years ago. This incident is actually from the game Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, another SEGA game. 500 years later, he became a reporter for Channel 5 under an exclusive contract. Remember when I said any pun haters watching should prepare themselves? Well, I hope you're ready, because this is where most of the puns come from. The first game of Space Channel 5 focuses on an alien species called the Mororans from planet Morodia invading Earth and brainwashing people into dancing uncontrollably. The Mororans are both recurring characters and the series mascots. They're humanoid aliens with a glass screen serving as a face and often come in a variety of colors. Interesting fact, the Space Channel 5 Japanese website states that the Mororans' personality varies depending on their color. They speak in a distorted, high-pitched voice, but are able to be completely understood by humans. However, some of them have also been able to speak human language. Also, they will sometimes say Moro Moro at either the start or the end of a sentence. Currently, all the Mororans that have appeared have been male, but it is currently unknown if there are only male species. Some of the noticeable Morolans are Cred, Yaru, Grom, Blib, Plurp, Prunk, Morolan 8, Morolan Caraman, Clork, Brack the Morolan Drummer, or as stated in the Japanese text for the game, a Morozician, and Horg, the leader and godfather of the Morolans. Ulala was tasked with covering the situation, making her big-time debut with Ulala Sweeney Report Show on Channel 5. The first place she reports is at Spaceport 9, one of the 59 space lines that is used to travel, boosting 340 million passengers annually. While covering the invasion at Spaceport 9, she learned that the Morolans were using ray guns that forced the people to dance. Ulala uses her tension blasters to eliminate aliens and rescue the hostages. However, a magazine ad for the game reveals that the Morolans weren't harmed. It's just sent their souls back to planet Morodia, where they are recycled and go on to live a happy and peaceful lives. Although I do need to raise a few questions by what they mean by recycled. Anyway, Ulala eventually makes it outside the spaceport where she has to rescue more hostages and defend herself against the Morolans.
Hey, who the heck is that?
Huh? Good evening, everyone. I am Pudding.
Is that another reporter?
Watch my report on Channel 42.
Take her out!
Along the way, we encounter Pudding, a 19-year-old rival reporter for Channel 42, and face her in a dance-off. Born on September 5th, 2480, she was a very famous teen idol with many fans, to the point where people will impersonate her like Padding. Due to Channel 42 having a major focus on being a music company, they were able to gain popularity among the younger audiences. Once Pudding was hired as a reporter in 2495, it caused Channel 42 to grow even more from the small company it once was. Ever since then, she has been dedicating her profession to increasing Channel 42's fame and popularity as their lead reporter. The channel even hired some of her longtime fans to serve as her bodyguards while on air. After a quick dance-off, Ulala, along with the rescued hostages, head to the launch pad of Spaceport 9 and encounter the first of the Morolan robots, Coco Tapioca. Ulala engages into a dance battle and will have to dance away the rain beams that Coco Tapioca will create above its horns. After dancing for a bit, it looks like the boss has been defeated, only for it to get back up and open its mouth to bring out a group of yellow dancing creatures called the Yellow Submorolans, or Yellow Submorons. It is truly unknown if they are actual Morolans or Morolan robots. These guys will attack Ulala by shooting yellow beams from their horns, but will be stopped by shooting them. Once they are gone, Coco Tapioca will lose its temper, will charge up a laser from its mouth. Shoot the mouth of a couple of times, the robot will get knocked down and is defeated. Once the boss is defeated, Ulala will do her sign-off to end her show. Meanwhile, word about Coco Tapioca's defeat has reached the Morolans, and Horde is not happy about it. They are all discussing what to do next in an unknown location. Realizing that their tactics were too straightforward, they came up with a new strategy that Horde approves. Meanwhile, Fuse has informed Ulala that the Morolans are taking hostages on the luxury spacecraft G. A luxury spacecraft cruise that is capable of traveling through space at mind-blowing speeds. Here it is, they take off to report on the scene. Once she arrives, she heads to the cockpit of the ship to rescue the captain and his crew. Once she saved them, they head to the dining hall to rescue more hostages, including Space Diva Amy Amania? I honestly don't know how to pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. Once she rescues them, she proceeds to walk through the dining hall only to be interrupted by...
I'm gonna steal your show, Space Channel 5.
What the?
What's happening, Ulala? Hey, check the transmission quickly. This must be that pirate broadcasting station.
My name is...
Jaguar!
I am the voice of truth If you insist on getting in the way, let's see who's better. Let's dance!
After the transmission goes out for a bit, we are introduced to Jaguar, a 35-year-old reporter for the Space Pirate Broadcasting Station that is willing to take risks to reach the truth by any means. The Space Pirate Broadcasting Station is an illegal and unlicensed broadcasting station that doesn't focus on earning money. They are committed to reporting to the truth, even broadcasting via guerrilla tactics. Siri revealed in both the books that they are the only broadcasting station that don't have a trade name and doesn't reveal the number of employees they have. Also, a little side note, it's stated that Ulala has a little crush on Jaguar, so I had this made for all the Ulala and Jaguar shippers out there. I know this isn't that great, but I did the best with what I have on hand. After the dance-off against Jaguar, Ulala heads to the observation platform and comes across the next Morolin robot, Morolina, whom is holding a group of space children hostage. Ulala will dance off against Morolina by copying her moves. However, Morolina will be shown holding out yellow Morolins while creating ring beams whenever she says chew. After a while, she will attack with the space children that she took hostage. This will require Ulala to pay close attention to see if Morolina is holding the yellow Morolins to shoot at them, or is holding the space children hostage to rescue them. Eventually, Morolina will start to malfunction and explode, only to survive. However, the explosions ended up damaging the gravity generator, causing Ulala to float. This leads to Ulala having to shoot at the Morolins that Morolina will bring out to shoot at Ulala and rescue the rest of the hostages. Also, side note, I love that Morolina has two of her tentacles crossed over and moving back and forth during this section. It makes her look very sassy. It's like she's saying, "Go ahead, shoot me if you can. I dare you." Eventually, Morolina decides she's had enough, and then,
What the? Is that her tongue? Ah!
Ooh la la!
It's slimy, incredibly slimy.
why did Ulala say it like that? You know what? Let's just try to ignore that and focus. Anyways, now that Morolina has taken Ulala hostage, Ulala proceeds to shoot at Morolina until she finally lets her go. With the battle being over, Ulala leaves with the rescue hostages as she signs off. Meanwhile, we see Hork talking to the rest of Morolins, upset that they were followed and they have found their secret base. One of the Morolins revealed that they have meteorite-type dancing missiles set up outside their base, and some of their minions in the hallway as a countermeasure to keep out the intruders. Then reveals that they have their strongest dancing robot in the center of the base. Meanwhile, Fuse tells Ulala about how their secret base has been discovered and they take off to investigate. Ulala rides on top of the Astrobeat Jr. through the asteroid belt. Fuse contacts Ulala and tells her to shoot at everything from the meteorites to the rival reporters. As Ulala reaches the base, she gets stopped by Jaguar and some of the other space pirates. This allows Pudding to sneak into the base while Ulala took care of them. Once they've been defeated, Ulala follows Pudding inside. While traveling through the halls, she gets challenged by Clark and another Morolin leader to a dance-off, eventually showing that they have captured Pudding and are taking her hostage. Ulala wins the dance-off, causing the two to disappear and save Pudding, who decides to leave the base in embarrassment. Getting closer to the center of the base, Ulala shoots at the minions of the hall that pop out to attack. Once she has destroyed them, she is able to reach the center. At the center of the base, Ulala spots a giant TV monitor which reveals that the dance robot Morolin Monroe is inside the TV. Morolin, or Morolin in the Japanese version, the green half of the robot will shoot energy orbs at Ulala, causing Ulala to shoot at them to protect herself. Eventually, this happens.
Look! It's coming out of the monitor! It's bouncy.
Oh, sweet mother, is that real?
That is the right reaction. Anyways, now that they are out of the TV, they will trace a trail that Ulala will need to memorize. Eventually, Merlin and Monroe, the pink calf, will separate and will create hologram-like screens that Ulala needs to shoot at. Unfortunately, Ulala gets overwhelmed and is unable to keep up with them. Luckily, Jaguar and the rest of the space pirates arrive to help Ulala. Ulala is able to focus on the hologram screens while Jaguar attacks the robots. Eventually, they will show screens with human images of Darren Dumont and Miss Pinky Petunia that Ulala will need to use the rescue beam on. As the robot explodes, Ulala starts to sign off only for Fuse to notice a video playing on the TV. The same video shows on the screens of the Merlins, revealing that the Merlins are being brainwashed. Ulala shoots at the TV, destroying the TV and freeing the Merlins in the base. This little celebration gets interrupted as they realize that the base is going to explode, prompting everyone to leave. As the base explodes, Ulala rescues the Merlins that are getting caught in the explosion, causing the Chew beam to become a special beam to save the Merlins. Once they reach the exit, Jaguar tells them where the brainwashing signal was coming from, to the shock of both Fuse and Ulala.
I found where the brainwash signal's coming from. Looks like its frequency is the same as Channel 5's. What?
Meanwhile, Horde is in absolute shock and denial over hearing the news that they have been brainwashed. You know, makes sense, because they are brainwashed and they genuinely believe they are doing this of their own free will. While they talk, we see Ulala strutting down the hall with Jaguar and Pudding as they make their way to the Merlins. Just as they finish talking about how they made a new robot, the door opens to show Ulala, Jaguar, and Pudding have arrived. It turns out that the Merlins were having their meeting in the meeting room of the Channel 5 station. Ulala quickly spots the mastermind sitting behind the table, revealing that the one brainwashing the Merlins is the CEO of Channel 5, Chief Blank. While Fuse questions if Blank is the mastermind, the Merlins prepare to attack. Ulala shoots at the Merlins, but instead of them being destroyed / being sent back to Morodia, they are free from Blank's control and join Ulala. Blank leaves the room and they leave the me room and knows that Space Michael Jackson is being held hostage. After rescuing Space Michael, Blank tries to shoot at them with the security system only for Ulala to shoot back. They arrive at the control room and rescue Ambrosia Defibula, aka the keyboard girl who was at Channel 5 to perform for the music program special. They reach the elevator and see Chief Blank inside, sitting on a chair while taunting them. He heads to the roof, leaving Horde and the rest of the brainwashed Merlins to fight, only for them to be freed by Ulala. Taking the elevator up to the antenna, Blank reveals that he only cares about ratings and claims that the truth is like a disease. He sends out his ultimate reporter, Evila, a robot created with Merlin technology and data on Ulala that Blank got. She was made to increase Channel 5's ratings as Blank's ideal reporter. Ulala engages Evila in the dance-off and was able to easily beat her. After all, Fuse put it best when he said it.
You think a reporter without soul can outdance Ulala?
Suddenly, we hear Fuse scream out for help. The room opens up, revealing that Fuse and the Astrobeat have been taken hostage by Blank, controlling a giant Evila. Ulala, Jaguar, and Pudding get on their vehicles that they need to shoot in the opposite directions that the robot says. As the battle goes on, the giant Evila knock away Pudding and Jaguar, leaving Ulala alone. Eventually, the sound system gets cut off, causing Ulala to be unable to focus and gets knocked off the Astrobeat Jr. Jaguar comes back on the space pirate ship called the Bad Tuning, also known as the Rogue Ship A-Go-Go.
You've done well, Ulala. You'll be safe now.
Jaguar?
Hold on a second. Play that clip again.
You've done well, Ulala. You'll be safe now.
This looks familiar. Give me a second.
I found the last survivor from the spaceship accident. You'll be safe now. number 7 reporting from point 2704.
Yep, that's right. Jaguar was the reporter that saved Ulala's life. He was the reporter known as number 7. And no, this is not a fan theory. This is canon. This is actual canon. Jaguar was a reporter for Channel 5 before he became a reporter for the Space Pirates. He was sent out to report on the spaceship accident that threw all the passengers out into space. He was the one that found and saved little Ulala. While it was confirmed that Ulala doesn't know it was Jaguar that saved her, it is unknown if Jaguar is aware that the little girl he saved was Ulala. So, what happened after that? Why did Jaguar leave Channel 5? For the longest time, it was stated that Jaguar left Channel 5 when he sensed the corruption spreading through Channel 5 due to Chief Blank. This led to him joining the Space Pirates so he could report the truth without censorship. It wasn't until At Lavos Zero, who translated the Space Channel 5 Yun book, that we get the full story. Based on what we read, it turns out this wasn't the first time Blank has caused an incident and has reporters cover it. It turns out that the spaceship accident that killed Ulala's parents was set up by Blank. However, the details on how he did it are currently unknown. Jaguar realized that Blank was responsible for the accident and was fired afterwards to prevent the truth of his crimes from being revealed. After doing so, Chief Blank erased any records of Jaguar ever working at Channel 5, leading to rumors if he ever worked there. This led to Jaguar's decision to continue reporting as a space pirate, so he could report the truth without anyone like Blank from censoring the truth. After helping Ulala, she gets back on the Astro Beat Jr. and continues to shoot in the opposite directions, with the rhythm provided to her by an a cappella of Mexican Flyer. After doing so, the giant Evila's head lifts off and spins, revealing the Blank TV, with Blank revealing his motives.
I was always watching over you. Ratings were my passion. The ratings were everything. So what's wrong with using TV to brainwash the masses? Isn't that what television's for? Ratings!
Did you hear what he said? The mastermind behind all this just confessed his true intentions.
This game predicted Coco Melon. He activated the Blink dimension, pulling Ulala in it. Ulala shoots at the monitors that show Blink's face. Eventually, the Blink TV takes on a humanoid form, leading to a dance-off. While this is happening, a crowd of everyone that Ulala has rescued come to support her. Eventually, Ulala breaks out of the Blink dimension to finish this dance-off. Seeing that Blink was getting weak, everyone focuses the dance energy to the Channel 5 station antenna. This creates a powerful blast that destroys the robot and sends Blink into space. Everyone celebrates defeating Blake and march off to the end of the galaxy after signing off. After the events of the Morroland invasion, it was confirmed that the Morrolands weren't aware that they were being used as a part of a criminal plot. As when Ulala interviewed Horde, he revealed that they suddenly had a strange urge to force people to dance and thought it was fun. This was from the brainwashing signal affecting them. After Blank left, they needed a new chief for Channel 5 and everyone requested Space Michael. As for the Morrolands, they created the broadcasting channel called the Moro Channel 5. It was created in agreement with the people of Earth to allow the Morrolands to stay on Earth in their UFOs in accordance to association laws. Meanwhile, Brack and Clark became friends with Texas, a member of the Space Police and younger twin sister Pine, through their mutual interest in drums. She helped them get a position in the Space Police Drum Battle Department. At some point, Ulala decided to head to a new hamburger shop that opened in Sendagaya for her break. Unfortunately, she was spotted by another reporter for an interview. While she wasn't happy about being interviewed out of nowhere, especially when she was on her break, she still answered the questions to keep face. Despite saving the galaxy, she is still being treated as an inexperienced reporter and gets scolded by Fuse daily. She will do more work as an investigative reporter. One of them as her disguise as a space primary school student to investigate an underground cramming school. Another one was her disguise as 88 Man to infiltrate Channel 88 studios upon a major scandal that occurred. We also get more details about what happens at her job through her diary entries. Later on, Ulala and Pudding met up with each other. Pudding would thank Ulala for saving her during that time when she got forced to dance by the Morolans, admitting that she was embarrassed by the whole thing. They also end up talking to each other about what led to their decisions in becoming reporters. Now it's time to head into Space Trail 5 Part 2. Fun fact, Jaguar's profile in other languages state that he saved Ulala the other day and or week. This implies that, at the least, a week may have passed since the events of the first game. Yeesh, it took around a week for the events of this game to start? Insane! Anyways, Jaguar went out to an unknown location where he sensed an evil presence. While he was investigating, he went missing and haven't been heard ever since. After his disappearance, a group called the Rhythm Rogues attacked a cruising spaceship and were abducting civilians in the same manner as the Morolans. While this was happening, Ulala had just finished her broadcast for Good Morning Ulala and was headed back to the station with Fuse and Noise, only to receive a message from Space Michael about the incident. Fuse took the whole thing seriously. Meanwhile, Ulala had to wake up from her sleep and get into her uniform. However, she didn't realize that she had put it on inside out, which is why the outfit she wears in the report is white instead of orange. Yes, this is the canon reason why her outfit is a different color. Okay, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. If I'm gonna be honest, this might be the stupidest piece of lore to add, and yet I love it. She was in such a rush to get ready for a special report that she failed to realize that she put her clothes on inside out. Since she wasn't able to fix this due to them being almost to the scene, Noise decided to give Ulala some accessories to wear with the uniform that were for the Spring Festival. The thing is, I actually do believe this, as we can see some of the orange peeking out from the collar of her shirt. Plus, the idea of that is honestly both funny and amazing. She went out to report on the case, encounter the enemies, rescue hostages, and slay on the dance floor while her clothes were inside out on television. What an icon! Have I mentioned that I love this series? So Ulala has arrived on the scene and sees that robots are forcing people to dance. She goes and rescues the hostages and dances against Shadow. Not the hedgehog, I mean the ground leader of the Rhythm Rogues. After pursuing him, they reach the lookout dome and the screen shows silhouettes of the leader of the Rhythm Rogues, Purge. At the same time, Ulala also has to take down his singing robots, King, Khan, and Can. During the boss battle, Purge reveals that he plans on making the galaxy dance for him. While it's not stated in the game, his character profiles reveals that he believes that everyone isn't happy, so he believes that he can make everyone happy through dance. To do this, he used his skills in mechanics and robotics to build his robots. In fact, the robots that appear throughout this report, the Black Walkers, were first made when he was 9 years old. After the dancing segment, it seems that the robots have been defeated. However, Tin Con and Can reactivate and go into their berserk mode, shooting out tiny robots at Ulala. Ulala shoots at them before they can attack her, all while Purge continues to boast and taunt Ulala. Eventually, Ulala manages to defeat them while Purge makes it clear that all of this is just the beginning.
The party's just begun.
After this, Horde makes an announcement that President Peace was visiting the space park. He works hard to bring smiles and happiness for everyone in the galaxy. He has what is called Son energy, or the power of Son. The energy he created by his singing is capable of bringing the most coldest of hearts and incorrigible souls to tears. Because of this, it made him the perfect target by Purge and the Rhythm Rogues. After President Peace was captured, this led to various reporters to arrive on the scene, including Channel 5. This ended up being a special broadcast and canceled a rerun of Tasty Cookin'. Ulala takes a ride on the conveyor belt as she fights off the Rhythm Rogues and rescues the space primary school children.
The rescue was an outstanding success.
That wasn't bad at all.
Once Ulala got off the conveyor belt, she saw 2 more students and Mr. Jolie being forced to dance on top of flowers. What was the rating for this game again? So, Ulala has to rescue them with the dance-off. I couldn't help myself there. After rescuing them, Ulala and everyone from the primary school arrive at Fountain Square. We come across Pudding and her bodyguards. This will be Padding in the extra mode. Pudding got herself a new look and decided to challenge Ulala to a guitar battle. However, the Sugoku Sugoi book reveals that she doesn't know how to play guitar and was having a guitar karaoke playing while she pretended to play. That's right, everyone. Pudding was cheating. Now, there's an angry mob coming after her. But her plan on cheating to win was all for naught, and Ulala's guitar skills allowed her to win. This led to Pudding, or Padding, to leave in a fit. Suddenly, giant vines pulled the stage into the water and giant flowers bloomed, revealing the Space Bird Mistress. This led to Ulala rescuing the Space Bird Mistress and the fellow bird watchers. When Ulala reached the greenhouse, she finds President Peace being held captive by Pond Piriri, a singing attack mecha that is rather shy and would rather be bundled up. Fun fact, its plant mode was mutated when a new breed of giant plant in the space park was exposed to a radioactive monster ray. Someone should do something about that plant and the monster ray. Ulala shoots at the seed bombs that come raining down on her. She jumps onto the leaves trying to get closer to Peace. Once she's close enough, Pond Piriri will throw flower throwing stars at Ulala, and she will have to dodge them. After doing this, well, I'll just show you this clip.
Look, tentacles. Can you handle it, Ulala?
Oh, not there.
Again, I don't know how to react to this. Ulala is being trapped and held up by Pond Piriri. The robot will try to stab Ulala with his vines, to which Ulala will dodge the vines and shoot at the root. Eventually, Ulala will be released and Pond Piriri switches to robot mode. Shadow, no not you, shows up as a backup dancer while Pond Piriri has a waltz battle against Ulala.
Time for a waltz!
Very nice.
Waltz time!
Oh, so sweet.
Choo, 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 hey, choo, choo. Hey. Choo, 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 choo. Choo, choo, hey, choo, choo, hey, choo, choo, hey, choo, choo.
Ready for a waltz?
What fine dancing.
Choo, choo, down, down, choo, choo. Right, choo, choo, left, right, choo, choo. Choo, choo, down, up, down, choo, choo.
Now take this.
Choo,
Now take this.
choo,
Now take that.
choo,
Now take this.
choo,
How about this?
How about this?
choo.
Now take this, take that, and finally take this!
And take this. And take that. Finish you off.
Choo.
Ulala ultimately won, and President Peace was saved.
No.
Yeah, this ain't over yet. Some time has passed after the report. It's revealed that no one has gotten any word about President Peace and everyone else that was taken hostage. Eventually, Purge makes a demand for a ransom in exchange for the president. All the reporters take off to the exchange point, only for the space police to show up, telling the reporters to leave so they won't disrupt the investigation. You know what? That's fair. Also, fun fact, the name of the space police vessel is called the Playgirl. Everyone but Ulala, Fuse, and Noise leave, because of course they don't. So this leads to Ulala, I kid you not, to fight off the police on live TV. But then again, they can't claim self-defense because they are literally trying to blow them out of the sky. I'm not exaggerating. They are dropping bombs, firing missiles, and shooting giant lasers at them while they are several hundred feet in the sky. I mean, I understand that the news can mess up an investigation, but this is ridiculous. Eventually, Pine, along with Mimi and Lily, known as 61 and 62 in this game, come out on the deck to challenge them to a drum-off. In extra mode, they are replaced with Texas, Pine's younger twin sister, and Bracken Clark. Both Pine and Texas were born on June 5th, 2472. They both worked for the Space Rescue Police, that serves as both the fire and police department for the whole galaxy. Pine started playing the drums after watching a 500-years-old drumming movie, down to the point that she made a drum set with empty food cans in the splitter in elementary school. Texas herself admits that Pine is far more skilled than her. Despite Pine being older, it's revealed that Texas is the stricter twin. They also live together, as Texas reveals that Pine tends to be awkward around men. The Space Police challenge Ulala to a drum battle. Noise comes out to the Astrobeat Jr. to back up Ulala, leading to an epic drum battle.
Perfect! Perfect again! Oh boy, this is too much!
After beating them, they get back on the Astrobeat Jr. only to see that they are firing a bazooka at them. Luckily, they're able to destroy it. At the end, Space Michael contacts them and reveals that the Rhythm Rogues are attacking Channel 5. It turns out that the ransom was a trap to get the reporters and the police distracted while they steal the satellites from all the channel stations. Upon hearing this, they immediately head back to the station. Once they get close to the station, they are attacked by robots. This prevented them from being able to separate the Astrobeat Jr. from the ship. Ulala goes off on her own, taking out the robots that come her way and rescues the rescue police troops that were taken hostage, making a smooth landing on the station.
Stay tuned.
What's inside, it's revealed that the security is going off. Lala has to shoot more robots to make her way to the control room and rescue everyone that is taken hostage at Channel 5. As she gets closer, she sees that the door to the control room is closing, so Ulala slides on the floor to get in before the door closes. Once she's inside, she sees Space Michael is dancing and he reveals that this is a trap. Shadow shows up with taller robots as his backup dancer. Noid sends out the upgraded Evil Lab robots to back up Ulala. If anyone is worried that the Evilas are going to betray Ulala, don't panic. Noise has installed the Michael chip into the Evala robots, making them reliable allies. They end up having a dance battle and rescue Space Michael. But before Shadow leaves, his form flicks a bit, revealing a mysterious figure is it's Jaguar. I'm sorry, but I can't keep this up. That is Jaguar. We can clearly see him. I knew this was Jaguar just from the dancing animations. They are the same dancing animations that Jaguar had in the first game. It's made even more obvious during the dance-off when the first dance routine Shadow did in this game is the same one he does in the first game. To do that, I am going to refer to that dance as the Dance of the Space Pirates. For context, what happened was that Purge kidnapped Jaguar and brainwashed him, creating the evil alter ego Shadow. Get out of here! After beating him, they reach the core of Channel 5 headquarters and finally come face to face with Purge. He reveals that he has President Peace inside a new robot called the Peace Carrier, a robot that is powered by Peace's Psion energy. Space Michael have to switch between shooting at Purge and dancing against the robot, then having to shoot at Purge, who tries to use President Peace as a human shield. Eventually, Purge combines with his hovercraft with the Peace Carrier, creating Purge the King. This leads to a singing battle against Purge the King, with everyone that Ulala saved coming for backup. At the end, Fuse somehow arrives in the Astrobeat, telling everyone to chill the energy to destroy Purge the King.
You're a lot tougher than I thought,
Go for the head. Get him in one shot.
Ready to fire!
The rest is up to you. The galaxy depends on your funky moves. Down!
I had a relatively good time.
Fortunately, it doesn't work. He deflected the blast back and Fuse takes the hit. See this? Purge makes his escape with the antenna, causing the Channel 5 station to self-destruct. Space Michael gets everyone out on his ship while Noise arrives to pick up Ulala. The Astrobeat Jr. starts to lose power, so Ulala has to dance as a backup power source. After regaining power, Ulala has to take down robots that get in the way in what has to be the hardest shooting section in the game, and I have no idea how anyone is able to get through this. To everyone that is able to do this no problem, I respect your skills. They manage to escape as the Channel 5 station blows up, Ulala calling out Fuse's name. Pine sends out the broadcast asking for help with stopping Purge. The signal reaches Channel 5, Pudding, and Horde, and they head out to stop Purge. Ulala, Space Michael, Pudding, Horde, and Pine sneak into the base called the Mystery Zone, with Noise trying to guide them. Unfortunately, they get caught by security and have to dance through some rooms that require them to copy the poses of the robots to escape the rooms, eventually getting surrounded by robots and need to shoot them down. After escaping, they end up in the back room and encounter Shadow summoning 4 buff bots. They form a robotic band, the Shadows. Ulala, Pudding or Padding, Pines or Texas, Space Michael, and Horde get ready to take them on in the Battle of the Bands. Hi, Editing Rhythm here. So, as I was going through the editing, I realized I forgot to bring up an important section during Space Shell 5 Part 2. And that's to do with the fact of Pudding playing her guitar. As I had stated, it's revealed that she cheated during the guitar battle as she was having a guitar karaoke play and was pretending to play the guitar. However, during the Battle of the Bands, we see her playing the guitar. So, I forgot to bring up how this could be possible. My current theory is that after the guitar showdown and she lost, she ended up taking some actual lessons. She decided to get serious about learning guitar and practice, which is why she's able to play the guitar during the Battle of the Bands. This is my theory. I don't have any evidence to really support this. But now that I got that taken care of, back to the video. After the battle, Jaguar's form starts to flicker, starting to come to his senses. Purge appears on the screen when he sees the brainwashing was wearing off. Jaguar screams in pain, and the brainwashing signal takes over him again. Purge sends out some imposter robots to pretend to be Shadow, telling them that they are going to play a game of which one is the real one. These robots are buff bots using a hologram to transform into Shadow. Unfortunately, it's not hard to tell the differences, as they originally have the red parts appear pink, and they can't copy the same chew pose. Finally free from Purge's control, Jaguar joins the group and reveals that Purge has built a fearsome ballistic groove gun from all the satellites that he stole to make the entire Milky Way dance for him. They leave the area and take the elevator to defeat Purge.
The Purge TV show! I amaze myself. Genius Purge. Let's have a look at the first feature.
When they arrive, it's revealed that Purge is broadcasting the whole thing around the Milky Way, even reaching planet Merodia. All the people that he kidnapped are there, being forced to dance to give power to the ballistic groove gun. He announces that they are the first feature of the Purge TV show. Purge sends his robots at them as they make their way to Purge, trying to avoid singing and dancing so they can prevent giving any power to the ballistic groove gun. When they finally make it down, Ulala gets separated from everyone due to an invisible wall. This forces Ulala to face Purge alone in a dance-off, charging the ray gun. Eventually, he reveals that he has Peace trapped, using him as a power source. With all the energy powering his machine, he creates the Dance Dimension X and becomes Purge the Great. He shoots attack at Ulala, forcing her to dodge them, but Purge attacks her with multiple electric attacks at once, knocking her out cold. It seems like this is the end.
Don't mind if I pull the plug on your little show.
when Ulala starts to hear Fuse's voice, telling her to get up and to clap to the rhythm. She hears everyone cheering her name, encouraging her to keep going.
Come on, Ulala. Come on.
Finally back on her feet and ready to dance, the Dance Dimension X becomes the Super Ulala Dimension, and Ulala becomes Super Ulala, bringing her friends and rescued hostages to fight against Purge the Great. Ulala and everyone start to dance against Purge. Eventually it's revealed that the charging of the ballistic groove gun was cut short, causing Purge the Great to short-circuit for a bit. He shoots electrical attacks at Ulala, only for her to slap them away. Eventually, President Peace is finally released from his prison and joins forces with Ulala. A singing battle commences as Ulala and the President sing against Purge and his bodyguard robots. As he sings, Purge reveals that he doesn't know anything about the power of love and wants to know what it is. The Dance Dimension X finally collapses, setting everyone free. Not willing to give up, Purge decides to fire his ballistic groove gun at everyone so he can take them all out. Suddenly, Fuse shows up, revealing he survived, and tells them to focus the power of the 86,429 fans into one funkified force, and they fire their attack at Purge, blasting him off into the galaxy.
It's you! Dance yourselves to hell, see if I care!
See you next week!
Once again, Ulala signs off and marches to the end of the galaxy with everyone. And I'm gonna be honest here, I don't think I gave this scene enough justice. My words alone aren't enough to explain just how hyped this scene really is.
You can call me Glitter.
We now head into Space Trail 5 VR. Kinda funky newsflash. 3 years have passed since the events of Part 2. The Channel 5 station has been rebuilt after the events of the Part 2 game. While still being a reporter, Puddin has also taken on acting, making her acting debut in a romantic comedy on Channel 42. Jaguar has started a new program called Jaguar's Jaggin' Jaguar Show. Also, an elite group called the Jaguars were hired by the Space Pirates. The members consist of Kel, a former space police agent that was born in a different galaxy; Bello, an academic elite that graduated from a space science university; and Soon, a former champion in galactic race car driving. At some point, Space Diva Glitter becomes possessed by Space Cell X, or Glitter, becoming Glitter the Great. Fueled by the desire to consume Groove Moxie, Glitter makes the Morolans kidnap humans to feast on the Groove Moxie that they produce. With Fuse and Noise being away for a long-term business trip in another galaxy, his role is taken over by an AI known as Mr. Gentle. He greets the new rookie twin reporters, Rue and Key. They then meet Ulala, who is assigned as their mentor. They get interrupted and called to investigate a case of the Morolans forcing people to dance at Spaceport 9. Yes, this is happening again. Meanwhile, Jaguar is shown concern about how all the dance energy or groove moxie in the galaxy will be all gone soon. Ulala, Rue, and Key arrive at Spaceport 9 and see the Morolans are forcing people to dance. Again. Why they agreed to listen to Glitter to do this, I don't know. They dance off against the Morolans and save the hostages. More Morolans appear to shoot at Ulala and the twins, dodging the attacks and shooting back. Eventually, Coco Tapioca appears to fight. They copy the dance move back and avoid lasers and physical attacks, shooting at the Morolans. After they beat Coco Tapioca, the rescued hostages celebrate. Later, the Morolans meet up with Glitter, thanking them for gathering the Groove Moxie. As a way to show his gratitude, Glitter injects X-Space cells into them, turning them into a new type of Morolans called the Other Moros. Ulala is reporting on a space elevator taking them to space. They encounter the other Moros and tell them to give up their Groove Moxie. We see spaceships abducting people in the background. During the dance-off, they learn they are the other Moros, and unlike the Morolans, they are able to speak human language. Eventually, Coco Tapioca shows up, revealing they also have been injected with X-Space cells, becoming other Tapiocas. During the dance-off, they occasionally pull up a barrier to block the laser attacks. After knocking the robots back, the other Moros leave and the three of them see Glitter's spaceship flying away. However, the other Tapiocas show up for one final attack, only to be defeated.
Come on, let's finish this together. Here goes. Nice shooting.
Ulala and the twins board the Astro Beat to chase the spaceship. Jaguar calls out to the Jaguars to know if they're ready to make their move, and they all agree they are. We see all of the reporters are traveling through space to catch up to Glitter's spaceship through the meteorite area. The space pirate ship appear with the Jaguars taunting Ulala. They fly through the meteorites, shooting and dodging at the meteorites as they travel. The Jaguars and some of the space pirates come out and shoot at them. Ulala and the twins dodge and fire back at them.
Who are you people? We're the Jaguars! All that reporting business? We'll handle that now. And if you get in our way, we'll settle it with a dance. Let's dance!
The Jaguars challenge them to a dance-off, copying back the moves. After beating the Jaguars, Glitter's spaceship shows up and pulls the Jaguars inside. Ulala starts to get pulled in, so she throws her microphone to the twins. Eventually, the Astro Beat with the twins get pulled inside the spaceship. Once they are inside, Mr. Gentle tells the twins that they are now inside the spaceship. They see that everyone else has been taken hostage, with Ulala being unconscious. Glitter the Great appears and talks about being so full from all of the Groove Moxie.
Of course, I expected no less from the groove moxie of a reporter who once saved the galaxy.
But even now, he's still hungry, and the other Moros show up. The twins dance against them and keeps throwing barriers up. Knowing the barrier wasn't working, the Jaguars tell them to shoot using the microphone Ulala gave them. Eventually, Glitter stops to taunt them about being alone, only for Jaguar to show up, and they team up to save everyone, leaving Ulala for last. They work together and wake Ulala up with their groove moxie, having her join them. They all dance off against Glitter and the other Moros, who are unable to contain everyone's groove moxie. The other Moros return to Mororland, and the hostages from before are free. They join forces and channel their groove moxie into one fantastic force that defeats Glitter.
Sorry, pal, but Groove Moxie's not on today's menu.
A universe without dancing? Not on my watch.
We're counting on you, Channel 5. Go for it. Finish this thing off, partner. Let's shoot!
Oh, what's the big deal? I just wanted a meal.
No!
This was truly the finest feast.
This attack frees Space Diva Glitter from his control, with the alien Glitter leaving. Everyone celebrates their victory with a dance. Now, before we end this, I need to bring up the DLC for Space Channel 5 VR, as somebody appears in this game. Before I say who, I'm going to give a little hint.
Hatsune Miku!
Yes, Hatsune Miku makes a guest appearance in the game as DLC. If anyone is wondering what connection there is between Hatsune Miku and Space Channel 5, the Project Diva games were created by SEGA in collaboration with Krypton Future Media. In Miku's games, she actually has two Space Channel 5 themed outfits. One is Ulala's look from Part 2, and the second one is an original look called Space Channel 39. The one she wears in the DLC is a different look. She has her own report called Miku's Far Out Report Show. She reports for Channel 39. In the DLC, all the voices are in Japanese with English subtitles. Miku, along with Ulala, Rue, and Chi, arrive at Spaceport 9 and dance off against the Mororlands and save the hostages. Eventually, the Mororlands start to shoot at them, so they dodge the attacks and shoot back. The Mororlands send out a green-colored Cocoa Tapioca to fight them. They dance off against them and dodge the physical attacks. When the robot is defeated, they all celebrate with the rescued hostages. There we go, everyone. This was the lore of Space Channel 5. There was a lot to learn and a lot to unpack, but I had fun making this. There are some things I didn't get to fully cover, like how some of the robots are capable of passing off as humans, as there are rumors on Amy Amanita being an android. This got mistranslated in the English version of the first game. There was also the fact that kids in elementary school are able to work. Like Noise used to work at Channel 66 at the age of 12 after graduating from an electric technology academy. This was before joining Channel 5 when he was 14. Or how one of the kids from the Space Elementary School is a member of an elite child police. Like I said, there was a lot. But with all that said and done, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought, and if this was your first introduction into the series, did it get you interested? Links to my sources and all the gameplay footage will be in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll have Ulala and her friends help me sign off.
Space Channel 5!